Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's Tuesday night. It's the GR4 League time. I've got everything set up. The lobby's up there if you want to join. If you're racing tonight, I know we've had one drop out, which is Jubby. But Seb is going to step in and take his place. It should be a relatively full server, I think, if everybody arrives. We are starting at around about 9:15 after Big Papa gets here, the usual kind of stuff. And I just have to apologise to everybody that I've not been around for a couple of days. I've been feeling pretty wiped out after quite an exhausting weekend. I don't know, kind of got that feeling of being under the weather and not really done a lot over the weekend. I'm back in the office, but I'm still feeling pretty flaked. I think might have just overdone it over the last couple of days, and I've got those ulcers in my mouth, that kind of feeling where you're a bit under the weather and just can't really concentrate and do stuff. So after Saturday night doing the time trial at the Nürburgring, I just thought I'd have a couple of days off, sort of 48 hours. This Sunday night, and I just did a bit of late night gaming, just sat in a chair, just playing games, just trying to just, you know, chill out and relax and not be too stressed. Did the same thing last night after work, and I came home from work tonight and had an hour's snooze in the chair, and I think I'm on my way back, so we should be good. So let's just open the chat lobby up. Just say hello to Dorian, Mike, Azza. Welcome, guys. And who is on Twitch? I'm guessing that's Dorian on Twitch. Maybe Wilkie's sneaking in the background somewhere, don't know. Good evening on the chat, gentlemen. Good evening, Matthew. And Dutch. There we go, there's the audio. So, can I hear him? Yes, I can. I can hear breathing. So we're quickly into the Christmas kind of feel of things now. Matthew's had his decorations up for a couple of weeks. He's not Dorian, no. 10th of November he's up for. Dorian's on YouTube. 10th of November, Mike, Matthew's had his decorations up. We haven't got any decorations up yet. We're not going to have any this year because we're not going to be here. So, as it is, time is ticking away. We've only got 2.5 weeks to go, and I don't know how I'm going to get everything done that I'm supposed to get done. It is Wilkie. Wilkie's there with the gummy bear. Thought it might be snookling around in the background, but it's cool. So yeah, GR4 League tonight. Let's have a very quick check of the league positions. I know it's going to be posted the images. Let's images are just here. I can hear somebody snoozing in the background. Somebody's snoozing. GR4s, there we go. So GR4 League has 6 rounds. We are Hi Poet. We have 5 rounds count, so we're dropping around in this one. So you're dropping your worst score or only 5 count. And as it stands, the league positions are a little misleading, so I haven't put the drop round in yet because it's a little bit early to be considering that. But let's consider Triple there, top of the tree. He's 7 points clear of myself. You can see those points came up in round 3. Hello. There is potential for rain at this circuit, I think. No problem, Big Papa. So Javs is in 3rd with 109. His lowest scores are 35, so it makes it very close with Big Papa, well, it doesn't actually, because Papa's lowest scores are 27. And as you can see, I've not organised the positions quite correct. Damien is in 5th, his lowest score of 20. JB in 6th, his lowest score of 27, so he's going to score really quite well and push himself up. Nando has got full score of 84, which is really interesting because that's going to push him quite close to the top. As on 79 in 8th, I think it is going to be 8th. Jub, he's got 2 scores, but Jub unfortunately is missing tonight. So that 76 of his is going to be leading him down the garden path. He thinks he's going to stay in 9th place tonight. Dutch in 10th, Slippery in 11th. Slippery has got one really good round in there, so he's going to drop that 11, which leaves him on 60 points, which isn't going to be too bad. Chippy, he's on 70. Heathen on 54. Fatman on 28. He's had a couple of bad finishes here. Clumsy Rob on 28 and Mikey on 11. I don't think we have any places, Karim. I think all places are taken. There's 16 racers, and we've had one drop out, and we've had one guy refill. So 16 racers there should be already, I'm afraid. Apologies for that, my friend. Yeah, we're going to have to seriously think about a two server season for next year. So think about us for January, my friend, and I'll make sure I get the information out. I'm going to try and get that information out for people to join, and we'll get set up, and we'll kick off sometime late January hopefully with a 2-server league, and we'll see if we can get that quite full. Okay, I'm going to take a dive onto the track. I'm actually just going to make sure I own the tyres. Do I own the wets? I do own the wets. That's a good thing. Because there could be rain at this circuit. Oh, the track is wet, look. That's why I'm going out on softs. Yeah. Hope everybody practiced with these conditions for like yesterday's practice lobby that was put up. Every conditions are set to random. I don't influence the weather. Oh, interesting. There was no rain in yesterday's practice. You were getting spanked. Then you've got to grind it out, no mistakes, go back to front. I'm actually going to quit. I'm actually going to change tyres to mediums, because I know Dorian is an enthusiastic spectator. But he's going to want to know for his own statistics what the capability is. Yay, welcome, Wilkie. Why does the steering wheel not want to turn? My throttle pedal is still a little bit sticky. Just to let you know. Yeah, sorry. Just to those people that were listening on Saturday night when I talked about my ankle. I got a blister on my heel on Friday night, early Saturday morning, from a walk back from a pub along a rather wonky footpath. So my foot was kind of at an angle, and the shoes I was wearing weren't kind of used to it, and they've ground into the back of my heel. And I've got this blister on the back of my foot, and it's right at the point where my foot balances to press the throttle, not just on my rig but also in my car. So I'm a little bit hindered tonight. Excuses early. I'm a little bit hindered by the fact that I can't really put my heel onto the floor. I've got to hold my foot in the air, which is a little bit precarious. tyre wear is pretty abrasive, isn't it? Soft 7. Okay. I've changed the oil before I came into the server tonight. I remembered to do that. I'll be fine with the foot. I think so. It's just really quite tender. It's I've got plasters across it. I've got a proper blister plaster and then a fabric surgical plaster across the top of it. So it doesn't hurt to the touch. It's just when I put my foot down, and that's when it really smarts and catches me out of surprise. Like, oh, I know you're there, you little swine. So I really enjoy this circuit. I really like it. It's there's a large swing of like and dislike here. There's two definite corners. One like, one dislike, definitely. This was the track I got to my B rating back in sport. Very good, very good, very good. No idea where I'm going to be tonight. Let's go top 5. Let's see. Key to this whole circuit is this final corner. If you don't get it right, you mess up your time through the start of the end of the lap and the start of the next lap. Took the third gear out of there, but hey ho. To be a bit later on the entry, I think. Has everybody started seeing the new screens in the PlayStation when you sign in and etc.? Yeah, I haven't set mine yet. Somebody sent me some screen messages of them, some PSN messages about them, and I logged in tonight. I thought, oh, I need to do that, and I thought, oh no, not long enough. So I'll get that sorted later on. You've gone from the PS1 as well. Okay. Have you got your PS1? Have you still got your PS1? The only thing I don't have is a TV that will take the connector. Yeah. Oh, yes. I don't have one of those connectors. I'm going to have to try and find something. There'll be some on Amazon, won't there? Yeah, there was some on Amazon I can buy. Yeah. Everybody see the post? Did everybody see the post I put up about? I forgot what I was talking about. The update for January. Has everybody seen the update for January post? The car we're getting. The Iconic 5. Yeah, it's a Hyundai electric car. Yeah. It's the Nürburgring car, the one that developed and tested it there. No counter steer, yeah, you're correct. I got no ABS on either. Interesting. Yo. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I think I can still squeeze a little more out of that, though. What, on the Red Bull? You need to change your settings, my friend. You've not got your settings. You've not got your settings right. No, you need a setting for high end. You need your settings right. There's so much force feedback. It's untrue. It's the subtlety of the force feedback you're not getting. Once you've tuned in and you feel it, you get and understand it. It's not about the amount of feedback. It's not about the force of feedback. It's what it gives you and how it communicates it to you. No, understood, my friend. It's took me 5 or 6 months to find the right settings. Good evening, Ricky. Dorian doesn't like the old electric cars. Neither do I. Neither do I. But I think there's the prelude to another Nürburgring challenge for January, which, if there is, I'm really looking forward to. I just don't know whether it's a geared car or not. I don't know. Most of the electric cars aren't geared, are they? Yeah. It'll still be auto though, won't it? I reckon we're going to get 11 or 12 laps out of the mediums. I don't know why I haven't got ABS on. That'd be my settings from the Red Bull ring. From the Nürburgring with the Red Bull, wouldn't it? Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Bit grim. It holds you inside, doesn't it? It doesn't let you have the control of the car for a long time. And it's also going to feed you in right into the apex of the turning point. Oh, they'll have to go around the outside, won't they? Medium tyres is looking like 10. That's where the counter steer helps. Yo, what? Okay. So you're not getting the feel through your tootsies? Yeah, I'm a socker. I like the old socks. I've got a pair of Colin McRae driving shoes, and I just can't feel the pedals through them. There's not enough there for me. So go to socks, and I'm in tune with that. Oh yeah. I think you're right. Dorian. Tyres at 10 is going to be about right. So what will that give us for the 40-minute race? 10, 10, and then softs as long as they go. JP. If we could get 11-11. And then softs, that would be decent. Depends on where I qualify. Maybe. We did the softs first at Daytona. That sort of gave us a good little rattle to try and recover, but I got a bit of collision off the grid because I started right at the front and got punched some way to the back, so we were then able to sprint and catch up a bit, but I think the softs are going to go maybe 6 laps here, so we're going to go and check a set of softs in a moment. Just under half a tank, aren't we? So we'll go and have a set of softs and see what we can do. Low fuel. I might check my settings on brakes. ABS is definitely on. So Wilkie says the Ioniq 5 has the E-shift, which simulates an 8-speed box. Interesting. Got to brake a little bit early on my entry to there. Can climb that curb a little bit higher, I think. Cut that apex a bit more. We don't actually get this thing into the higher gears here, do we? 40 minutes the big race, yeah. It is that, sir. Just an outback. Actually sounds like Mikey's got his foot on his missus's throat. Has she? Right. Well, I don't mean to take the mickey, mate. It's if she's trying to get some Zeds, let her get some Zeds. JB's got a dog like that. I'm the snorer in this house. I definitely rattle out. I definitely rattle out a few. I wake myself up and think, what the hell was that? That's the fart, mate, in the bath. I'm just on. You find you have to let off to get in. $15 minutes. 15 minutes plus. That's what I'm thinking, Dorian. That's a good plan. Carrying the extra fuel on the first stint might mean 9 laps is optimal. JB. JB should be hot round here. He should be perform really well. Tyre wear will help him here. Just depends on the weather, doesn't it? Weather effect. It can. Yeah, weather effect could be on both races. Who's Lorraine? I set fire to Lorraine. They could really mess with the race setup, couldn't they? I mean, with rain you could go all 17 laps with no tyre change. Hey Thiago. We're down to 140.1 at this point. One, two, three. This is lap 4 and the tyres are not healthy. Seb's gone top of the tree, has he? Ooh. Nice. Seb was behind me for a while. Oh, it was Triple that was behind me, wasn't it? Not Seb, it was Triple. Seb is a guest racer, so Seb will not be racing for points today. He's filling in a gap left by another racer who's not racing. So 138 is broke, yeah. 5 laps is okay on soft, 6 is pushing too much. On softs. Oh, JB, nice parked. I'll let you park there. Has it? Same as last time? Just reset itself. Oh. Yeah, I think top 5 is going to be a big push. Front left once a week off, doesn't it? Rear left once a week off too. It is lap 6, correct. Front left has just left the building. Let's take 3 laps of fuel. We'll just do 3 laps and then we'll go and do the guys' introductions. I mean, Big Popper is then only 5 minutes away. Just got to give Big Popper a few minutes today because he's probably going to be struck in traffic, but he has dropped me a message to say he's leaving the office, so he's on the way, making his best effort to get here on time. He's a good man. We'll take time for Big Popper. No pressure, no stress. Don't want him getting a ticket on the way home. Right, we've short shifted a little bit on this lap just to give us the optimal for the last 2. And we're going to go 2 flying laps. Stephen Ball. Ginny Gandy. Evening, fella. How you doing? When are you getting a PlayStation, Gandy? I thought he had a PlayStation. He's raced with us. Or did he race around your house? He races around yours. Christmas is the right time to get one. As I understand it, PlayStation 5 standards are 180 quid at the minute. If you go in the right place. Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday. Less than £200 for a PlayStation 5. Brand new. I need to stiffen up my brake pedal, I think. I think it's softened up a little bit. Good stuff, Steve. I'm hoping to go faster, but I'm not. I'll let that corner go. Seb's gone in with absolutely zero fuel. Look. That's how fast he's pushing on a low tank. I'm hoping I'm going to get to the end with all the fuel I need. Oh, I've blown it. There we go. Happy days, that's not a bad shout. Okay, let's have a look at the team. Have a look at the contenders. So Seb's in first place on the timing chart. He's got a stunning looking... Has he changed cars from last time? No, he hasn't. He was always been in the Lambo, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Yes. Or was he? I think he was. I remember last time we raced with him was Tokyo. Big Popper was hotly competitive with the four-wheel drive element of the Lambo. And I think we'll see him, even though he's not in the league, he's a guest racer, we'll see him competing at the top. He's a big competitor, so he'll be there. My time's currently second, 0.053 ahead of Damien. But Damien in the sister car, same car of us. He's banging in a 130, a 138.1, something like that, as the fastest lap. As no slouch today, slightly adjusted livery, I think. I think he's tarted that up a bit. No, he hasn't touched it. Okay. Well, either way, it's a stunning looking livery with some bricks in the wall from the Pointer Sisters. They're the bricklayers of the music world. If anybody gets that joke, then have a laugh. Nando is currently 5th. He's scoring well in the league so far. He's got one missed race, but his 2 scoring races are really high. So we expect him to be competitive today. Javs in 6th place, 1.5 back behind the leaders. Very distinctive gold and green livery. Always races well here in this league. He's a very, very competitive, clean racer. Chippy, we don't see a lot of Chippy, and that's no detriment. Good afternoon, Deepesh. Welcome. It's Skippy, is it? No, it's Chippy. Did I? Oh, didn't mean to. Thank you, Deepesh. So Chippy there, we don't see a lot of him because he's never in the same place at the track of us. He's normally way ahead of us or way behind. Nothing we can do about that. It's down to us. But good luck to Chippy today. Should be putting in some decent times. Triple, he was behind us for a little while earlier, but he's not doing too bad there. On a set of softs, got half the fuel. We should see him putting in some decent efforts. Fat Man. Now, Fat Man's putting some really good GR3 results. GR4, he still needs to find his feet, I think. But it's a good little move of that car. Probably weighs a bit too much for this class, but let's see if he can get that move in. 8th place isn't too bad, well, he's 9th technically. Mikey, improving all the time in that West liveried McLaren. Not the most fastest of car, it seems. And we'll know that because right behind him, in the same car, different livery. It cost a lot, that livery did. It's Heathen in 11th. JB currently having wheel issues. He's just had a reset. Let's hope he can pick that back up and take that. Yeah, just picking up on a comment from Dorian there. Batman has been designing all his own logos. He's even created some custom ones, which look pretty good. And that. We have Racing Visitor 1 has joined, but unfortunately I'm going to have to kick him before long. But Dutch just gone in the pits. He's got Morecambe Mindy skin. Rick and Morty. There's Heathen again. There's me in the pit. So I'll just need to have a look at the list of entries and see if we've got any illegals. We've only got 14. So we've got Racing Visitor 1 from the Southern Hemisphere. And we've got Big Popper to come. So who is missing from the list, one thinks? I'm going to have to go and bring me other list up, aren't I? Who's missing? Big Popper's missing, we know that. Jub's missing, we know that. Slippery Bandit's not here. That's who it is. And Clumsy Rob. Slippery and Clumsy aren't in. Now I know Slippery's not missing out because the football's tomorrow night. Which is a shame. So if you're still there, let's just have a quick look. Let's just give a shout out to somebody who wanted to race. Kareem, if you still want to join us, you can join, my friend, because it looks like we've got 2 missing. At the moment, there is room definitely for 1 more. So if you want to jump on, my friend, do so. Sorry, just checking the messages, just in case somebody's messaged me to tell me they aren't coming. I can't see any. Yeah. They're just waiting on the little popper, which isn't a bad thing. Don't have a look round the boys again, but give any times away. Deb is pumping in the laps. Looks like he's increased his lead there, 1:37.7. Let's have a look at the weather forecast. No weather on the radar. Yes, there is. That was the rain we had around about 40 minutes ago. Be interesting if we do get rain. Yeah, thank you, Wilkie, no problem. There's 3 people on Twitch. Yourself, Dorian, and one other. I know I'm connected on Twitch as well, but could be me, I suppose. But I should be there as the streamer. I shouldn't be shown as a view. Yeah, that rain passed through rather quickly, didn't it? Should daily race be as fun? It's the Red Bull Ring. Ooh. Not far from you, that, on your drive home. You could call in at the Red Bull Ring, going through Austria. The Red Bull Ring was the first ever track I did an online race on, dailies. And it was the first week that the, if I think back to GT Sport, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, the start line bug was present when I did my first online races. So you could set off on the grid and everybody else just stood still and you just raced to the finish and won. That was probably like for the first month when I was racing. And then Hockenheim is closer. Oh, Hockenheimring. I've never been. Never been to Hockenheim. I'd like to. I think the Hockenheim circuit is one that is missing from many games. It's a really good circuit, and it's also missing from Formula 1. Big Popper is in the house. Big Popper, get yourself some laps in. Jump on track, we'll watch you. And Spa also is not far away. Yeah, it is. Not far at all. Yeah, the Hockenheim ring has changed so much over the years. Even the changes they've made from the big circuit to the short circuit. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I don't know who it is. I don't know who Racing Visitor 1 is, but that gives us 15 races for today. I think. Oh, we've got 15 plus me, yeah. 15 plus me. Oh. Close my hometown Hungaroring. Then A1 Red Bull. Yeah, you're in the top northwest corner of Croatia, aren't you? The Hungaroring isn't far away at all from where you are. Yeah. Right, I've just realised I've done absolutely zero practice on the hards, which will make the first race really interesting. Dorian Damo has just left the room. I'm guessing he's gone for an oil change. Ooh, one for you, Wilkster. And with that, 10-second warning, gentlemen. I haven't seen Dutch. He's back. Thank you, Wilkie. Yeah, where is the pit lane line here? The penalty line's there. Okay. Right. That's it. He's had 2 or 3 laps. So I'm gonna give the 10-second warning, gentlemen. It's 10:25. Everybody should have been here at 10:15. It's 10:25, gentlemen. Yeah, he's here. I did expect one more racer. Who has left? No, that's 15. It's 16. That's cool. We're one short. That's fine. We are where we are. Damo, tick, tick, tick. Join the track, Damo. Damo! There he is. Right, gentlemen. Official 10-second start. Get your qualifiers on. I'm ticking the start qualify now. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 minutes of qualifying. Any tyres you like. We're going for qualifying for the first race. The qualifying actually allows us to set a grid. And the first race, I get first out. I don't know why. I went through the whole pit. Looks really grey and miserable out there. I'm a little bit worried about wet weather. Track will be cold, won't it? It's a good old procession behind us, isn't there? Look at them queuing up. I save the tyres a little bit. Do a lot of saving, but here we go then. First corner, critical corner for the race. Looks like Nando's got past the car behind me. There's rain coming in now, look. Rain, it's on its way, so the second stint of quali could be on Inters. Need to keep an eye on that rain gauge. Rain is over the track. I was a little bit deliberate to hit those corners, but I think it was critical. There's no actual rain hitting the surface, it seems. Merely cloud cover. very close to JB's time, look. Big rain coming. Gonna go softs again. I have to give up here because to let people through on their flying laps. Is there going to be rain on the surface? Is that going to be a qualifying lap that does it? Rain is now on the ground. Agreed on the inters. Rain is splashing down now. Yeah, there's a... Oh, it's getting brighter, look, but the sun's coming again. Oh, Big Papa goes to the pits. Oh, lucky. People have gone for inters. The drying track now, though. Anybody that's gone for inters is going to lose that opportunity on the second lap to really put a hottie in. This lap isn't the one for the hot lap, it's the next lap. The track's going to start to dry up any minute. Basically, you've got to roll the next lap, I think. Try and make the tyres survive. Don't know if we're going to have it. It's going to be the next lap that the flyer is. You can see it drying up now. The line is starting to form. Here we go then. This has got to be the lap, because the time will run out. JB was so close to pipping me at the post that lap out. We burnt a bit of fuel off, which is good. Here's the first timing gate. We'll see if we're anywhere near 0.31 down. Good to back up that lap though. Damien looks like he's moved up a place. Big Popper's up to 4. There's still a chance for people behind me to really put in a banging lap. Because it's drying up. Sun's out. That's the timer gone to 0. So everybody on the last lap is on the last lap. Looks like there's somebody already sat in the pits. Az has just improved his time at the death. Oh, we've just improved it. That helps. Oh, Nando's gone top. Just a fraction. Oh. Great effort, Nando. Seb's gone top. It was all waiting for that last lap. That was the key. He actually dipped into the 38s. He beat that by 3/4 of a second. That's a rock hard lap. Really was the end of the rain that allowed the guys to run that tail, the fuel weight down, and get back in. So I think Chippy might be in the pits. Dutch is still on the track, I think. Ah, so you're just rolling around to finish the lap then? No. That's a great lap by Seb. Good lap by Nando. He just beat me by just under half a tenth. Yeah, P3's good. Hards though. We'll have to check the weather before we start off. For those people who are interested, there will be between 5 and 7 minutes now before we get to the next race. Purely because of administration. And if there's nobody answers when I ask them if they're not here, we'll just start the race as it is. If they're not there to answer, what can I do? Damien and JB have exactly the same time. Yes, they do, don't they? They have. They've got exactly the same time. That's tremendous. Good spot, Dorian. Only the first possibly 6 cars are within 1 second of the leader. Seb is a whole stretch away from everybody, look. So let's have a look at that result. I would question whether it's actually a time twin or whether it's a deeper relationship than that, maybe. Because they have been swapping. They've been swapping skins recently, if you know what I mean. I think it was only 2. So there's the result. No problem, Big Popper. No problem. Shout me when you're back in the room. So let's have a look at the results then. Let's start at the back of the grid. So as, unfortunately, down the back there, not sure what happened, a little bit off the pace, probably got caught by the wet, went for meet intermediates. Impossible. Oh, right. So as got mixed up between intermediates due to slow traffic at the start. Racing visitor first time on the track, not going to race for points here, he's just in the mix. Mikey catching up, just under 3 seconds behind the leader in 13th. Heathen, again in the 650S, seems to be off the pace, that car, probably a bad choice from the start. Triple is 2 seconds off the front of the pack, although Triple seems to work well from the back of the grid, so I don't think that's any detriment. We're racing on hard tyres next, so I'll clarify that very shortly, Dorian. Dutch seemed to get mixed up and caught up with tyres as well. He was actually in the grid, in the pits when the timer ended, so just unfortunately wasn't able to put it in. But 1.5 seconds off the lead ain't so bad. Batman just in the back half of the grid for the start of the race. 140.1 sees him in a respectable position starting from midfield. Jav's the same, 1.36 seconds behind the leader in 8th. Chippy from 420, a 139.9, so inside the 140s. That's alongside the faster guys. And from 6th onwards, we get to within 1 second of the leader. Big Popper in the Hurricane with four-wheel drive, a 139.6. Very much hot off the fly with getting in from work late. That's a decent effort. JB was sitting in second before the last lap, a 139.5. He was just 0.026 off 0.026 off the lead spot. Unfortunate to end up in 5th, but he always ends up 5th. Yeah, and Damo with exactly the same time, a 139.593. No disrespect at all there. 0.884 behind the leaders, and with myself being 0.78 ahead, something like that. 0.78, yeah, that's what it looks like. With a 139.517 in 3rd. Nando in the 458, a 139.4 is a decent time, but 3/4 of a second ahead. Seb in 1st place in the Hurricane, a 138.7, leaving everybody in his, I was going to say smoke, but I think it's more like rain spray or mist. Yeah, a decent lap there. And just a shame he's not racing for points. Right, to clarify the situation for a rain race. I'm looking at the radar now. And according to this, when it gets to current time, if there's no rain on the radar, I would anticipate everybody starting on hards without fail. Everybody will start the race on hards. There is cloud cover indicating that rain will be coming. So my understanding is that you are free to choose your tyre choice at the start line because there is rain cover with rain on the way. So feel free to choose your tyres at the start. Because I expect there to potentially be rain on the ground. Even though that's definitely cloud cover. Somebody's reversing. Right, Big Popper's in. Feel free to choose your tyres, folks. Big Popper is back in. The choice of tyres is hards, intermediates, or wets. What I don't know is what direction the rain is. The wind. There's no wind indicator. Yeah. Ten-second warning, gentlemen. Yeah, this 10 seconds. This 10 seconds could be interesting. I'm just about to. Yeah. 10-second warning, gentlemen. It's a standing start. Penalties do apply. It's a 20 minutes race. It's a wet race. So you can use wet tyres. Good luck. Have a good one. And I'll see you at the end. Well, we chose Inters. There is no rain on the charts. There's no rain on the radar. I'm on Inters. I think we're all on Inters. Very misleading weather information. And there's a car on hards coming round us any minute. Well, Dorian was right. Could have taken the hards and pushed it. Here's the rain coming, look. The interesting thing about that, though, is that the rain tires, the intermediates that we set out on, would have died anyway. We wouldn't have had them by the time the weather came through. So everybody's going to be going in the pits for tyres when this rain comes. That current time wasn't a real good indicator, was it? That was like 10 minutes time that rain was indicating. Seconds behind the lead cars. It certainly knows how to mix up a race, doesn't it? The old false rain. On lap. Oh, box. Get in now and then we've got the choice made, haven't we? We don't need fuel. Raining. Gonna come in quite quickly. It's a two-stop strategy, this race. Track is greasy as hell. That's the first block of rain through. There's a chance you could get through this probably without changing tyres, in fairness. Because that's it for your rain. Oh, he gets getting past me again. I just clipped that curb. We're going to be going back in for dry tyres, we are. Triple's going to win this by a mile. Because we're going to need to pit again. These tyres are cooked. These tyres are done for. Three pit stops. Unbelievable. Into last place. Could have stayed on hard from the start and never pitted. Right, now the challenge is to make up as many places as we can in 10 minutes. Gonna get a penalty there. Yeah, we only gain half the points though. We lose, potentially, we lose 12 points, which is the real killer. A track we're fast at, and we've blown a minute in pit stops that were unnecessary. We should have gone out on. But nobody knew that. Nobody knew what the situation was with tyres and wear. Nobody knew. Should have stayed on the hard tyres when we were on the original set. We'd have saved 2 stops. 1 stop, we could have gained a bit. The racing jabs and not triple. Racing Visitor 1 who we overtook a while back. Feel a bit kind of a novice, not knowing what the rain's doing and just changing tyres as per the rain. It was always a gamble, yeah. Toss of the coin, you didn't know whether it'd be heads or tails. Exactly right. Pep's putting a 1:39.9. We've done a red lap every lap. Every lap has been affected by pits. We haven't put a flying lap in yet. Looks like a little bit of controller wobble from the guy in front. He's racing for position, so I can't bully past him. He's making room though. Thank you, Racing Visitor 1. Lucky save. A long way to that pit line from that final corner. We're not catching anybody, are we? There's no real chance of a catch. JB is not looking like 5th place. He's gone round that corner. I'm not going to catch him in the next 4 minutes, that's for sure. Tyres are wearing really quickly, aren't they? Really driving them quite hard. I'm still a second behind Seb though. He's got 4-wheel drive. I don't think I want to pit again for another set of tyres. I don't think that's necessary. Seen enough of the inside of the pit lane today. 3 pits already. I've made 4 seconds up on the leaders in the last 2 laps. No, JP. I wasn't laughing, you buddy. I was 3 pit stops behind everybody. Last lap. On the lead lap with everybody, at least they didn't get lapped. JB just closed the door on me there. I gotta let JB have that. He was raging when I went past him because he thought I was lapping him, so. So close, look at that. You tell a good story, JB. You tell a good story. I know you did. You let me through because you thought I was laughing you. So I pitted 3 times. The racing's a bit of a drama, Sammy. So I got a clean race bonus and finished in 12th. Oh. Unfortunate. Right, let's get this saved. And I'm going to do the shit photos. And then I'm going to quickly take a gentleman break. Then I'll come back and run the results. And we'll talk about what happened. Bear with me 2 seconds. In what sense, quick? Can somebody tell me what's going on? Why do I have to be... You can always not take part. Right. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to run through the results quickly for JB because he needs his beauty sleep. So a lot of people started the race on inters because the indicator had rained, which was a bit of a problem. Heathen in 15th, 1 lap down, alongside Racing Visitor, 1 lap down, 142s. I'm guessing they were pitting quite heavily. Javs, I was around at a point where he pitted. I pitted 3 times in 12th because I went out on inters, pitted for hards after 1 lap because the inters were dying, then pitted for inters again for rain, then pitted back for hards as the rain stopped. So 3 pits. Yeah, and JB had a relative. JB was obviously struggling on tyres at one point because he was lapping around by himself. I got past him, then I slid it on a corner off a curb, giving JB the chance back. There was a minute finishing time between us. My fastest lap, I mean, I took 4 seconds out the leaders at the start, so JB in 11th was a decent result considering. Chippy in 10th, 37.5 seconds back. Fatman in 9th. I heard Fatman was battling somewhere along the line with Nando. Nando finishes in 8th. Big Popper in 7th. At some point I heard him, the chatter was saying he was out on wets. Unbelievable. Based on the weather. Mikey, 23 seconds back. Decent result for Mikey in 6th. I heard him saying he was in 4th at one point. Dutch in 5th, 18 seconds back. As in 4th, which is a tremendous result considering where he was in the early laps in qualifying. Obviously went out on hards and gambled and risked it, I think. Triple, decent result, just 1.25 seconds back. 141 fastest lap, which ain't the fastest out there, so that just goes to show consistency is what it is. Seb in 2nd, the visitor, a 139.970, so we'd have to find the next fastest lap for the person to win it. It looks like Big Popper on a 140, no it isn't. It looks like Az gets the fastest lap at a 144.30. We just double check that. No, Widdowmaker, a 143.15. I get the fastest lap, which is a decent effort. So that was Seb in 2nd, and Damo gets the win, a 141.2 fastest lap in 2039. Happy days. All the no stoppers at the start there. Put the speaker back on so I can hear people. Right, let me now set up the second race. Have I got... No, it's not raining. I haven't set the second race yet. I need to post those pictures or I can't set the race. Right. Can everybody join the track, please, when it comes up?
Oh, I don't. 30 minutes backward.
And can Big Popper, Triple, Javs and Dutch please tick the box as soon as practically possible, please, if you're not in the loo, pissing and etc. But give us a chance. I need to set the grid. I'll set the grid without you. Don't forget it'll reset. Lucky girl. Can somebody check the grid and see if they're okay with it? Right, gentlemen, if nobody is away from their seat and doesn't know we're starting, 10-second warning. Pick your tyres. It's a 40-minute race coming up. The 40-minute race requires the use of racing mediums and racing softs. As it's going to be a wet race, I think it's silly, but I think it forces you to use both sets of tyres anyway. But I've got no idea what tyres to use. I'm just choosing a set of tyres to go with what I know. And if nobody's got any objections with the grid, I'm going to hit the start button. Has somebody left? Racing visitors left, and he has. Okay, chaps. I'm going to hit the button. 10-second warning. Have a good one. It's standing start. Penalties do apply. We'll see you at the end. Best of luck. I've got absolutely no idea what tyres to use. None whatsoever. So I've gone with wets. Based on what I saw on the radar. It looks sunny. Which will just be an absolute mare. No, it's wet. It's wet. It's wet. It's wet. He hasn't moved off the grid. He hasn't moved off the grid at all. I'm going to call a restart, guys. I'm going to call a restart. Restart, restart, restart. For some reason, they didn't move off the grid. Restart, restart, restart. Restart, gentlemen. Restart, restart, restart. If you're not going to start off the grid, you need to tell us, folks. There's people spun round and facing the wrong way because you didn't pull away from the grid. I got damage, I think, hitting the person that didn't pull away. So why didn't you pull away? Do you not want to pull away on dry tyres? Okay, okay. Let's see what the grid comes up as. Let's see. Everybody join the track. I do need to do the entire process all over again.
Any consolation, it's still pissing out everywhere.
Obviously, I've charged you, right, so hoping again.
Well, don't get emotional over choosing the wrong tyres, chaps. We've all done it.
The real what was going on, and then there was.
Right, I need to find my photographs. Looking at this. Damo at the back. Seb, Triple, Az, Dutch, Mikey, Popper, Lando, Fatman, Chippy, Javs, Heathen. That looks right. Batman, Chippy, JB, Widow, Javs, Heathen, Racing Visitors gone. Right, choose your tyres. Whilst I just sort myself out. Trying not to be. Right, we've got the same situation, it looks like. Ten-second warning, gentlemen.
Guys, like everyone.
It's a standing start. Penalties apply. You need to use all sets of tyres. Yeah. Right, let's remember that he won't start. Maybe not. Let's dive to the right. Right, now we're out the stress. Let's chill out. Let's try and find our feet. Try and get a position. Let's try and get these tyres to last a decent length of time. It's wet, so it's still raining. Inters would be possibly the wrong choice, maybe the right choice. I don't know. It just depends on whether it gets harder or not. Don't want is any incidents. Sorry, Javs. Four-wheel drive cars are going to come hooning through. It's getting wetter. Ooh. Got my braking point well wrong there. Oh! I saw that happen behind. That was unfortunate. Hit the curb, hit the wall, absolutely wrecked himself. That's damage a mundo. That was full acceleration into a tyre wall. It's definitely a dry line. We're going to get overtaken by Big Popper. Four-wheel drive rules. And then we're into the world of drying track. Big Popper gave me lots of room there. He was being very gentlemanly. Fat Man came through. Where did he come from? Yeah, we still need to use both mediums and softs by the looks of it. Fat Man got a penalty. That'll explain how he came hootling through there quite quickly. Right, we're into the drying phase of the track. Just got to see how long we can go before we can put a set of mediums on. Big Popper made clean work of that. Gonna brake later this time. Now we got to watch for the drying. I think it's one more lap and then in the mediums. what we've got to watch out for is the wet pit lane entry. Maybe we just run these tyres that bit longer. Try and get the use out of them. Try and run some wet line. Try and keep them cool if possible. Anyone on inters will find their tyres will very suddenly deplete. The wets will go just as quickly, I would have thought, to be honest. Seb is out there setting the laps. Seb's gone in. Off inters. Heading for the dry line, but he's got to be careful in case he comes off the racing line. Good line by Javs. Oh, it looks like Nando's out. I say Nando's out, he's just posted up his internet connection dropped. Unfortunate. We've got to pit this time. Don't refuel. Don't refuel. Big Popper came out in front of us. Stay off the curbs, stay off the wet bits. We lost a few places there, didn't we? Sure, Big Popper was ahead of us. Got to drive the dry line. I think Big Popper must have taken fuel. I was the only one on full wets, right? I just thought it was going to rain more than it actually had. I didn't really get a chance to study the rain clouds. I got one look and then I just went for what I thought was the right option, thinking that the time would move on or move back, because looking what it did to us in the first race, it gave us the full weather cycle that what it's seen on the screen. So I didn't have any sort of idea of what tyres to take, so I just took the ones that I thought might give me the longest run. I think Mike is on the wrong tyres. If I just go round the outside, he's going to go to the pits, I think. Yes, he is. That recovers us back to 4th. I don't think we're going to be able to skip a set of mediums, are we? We're not going to be able to stretch a set of mediums all the way. I think we're going to be mediums, sprint on the final set of softs. Big Papa got wet tyres then. There's been an incident, somebody's sideways down the straight. There is somebody pulled over on the straight underneath the bridge. Yeah, let's see how we go. I'm just going to try and hang with Big Papa. No incidents. Big Pippa's defended early. I didn't want to go to the wet line. I was going to try and take him back on the inside there. Does the switchback? Didn't kind of work out. He just closed the door just enough. He's a little bit, I would say, cagey going into the corners. I don't think he trusts the grip on the tyres. So Seb and Javs are pulled away. They're going to make this their race, I think. Oh, there's a Damo and Fat Man behind us. Evening, Jeffers. Trying to keep it between those two wet lines, not wanting to really touch the wet. Damo's still behind us, he's got past Fat Man. Triple is in 7th, JB in 8th. Mike's missus knocked the wheel out of his lead. Oh, unlucky. I knew she was asleep, so she must have just... Oh, I got stuck coming out the corner there. Damo's got a good run. I was reading the chat, wasn't I? Not particularly concentrating. Squeeze Damo onto the wet line a little bit just to sort of encourage him to slow down a touch. A little bit of ungentlemanly stuff, but I think he's going to get past me anyway. I think he's quicker. Yep. Tyres aren't doing brilliantly considering we're 3 laps in. Damo really has got the hoon there, hasn't he? "18 seconds off the lead. Big Popper's lost it. He's ghosted, thankfully. And why does it look like it's getting gloomy again? No rain on the radar though. Damo got me there. I think he touched me, didn't he? I think he did. I get it, Mikey. Understand, mate. It's the racer in you. Oh, Damo's going down the curb. He's got the run on Fat Man. Does that mean he's got the run on me? I'll give him the outside line by the looks of it. JB was on softs. We're out front. I'm going to let you have that line if you want it. A couple of people pitted. Why? What was going on there? What have they pitted for? I haven't worked that out. I didn't see that happen. I was busy racing Fat Man. Not Fat Man. Mike, Damo. Brain's all a kerfuffle now. Ooh. I just let my car slide out. I'm going to block the inside line. Seb's back on R6. They were all on softs. Oh wow. This is going to end in tears, I think. No. Headlights are on. It's very dangerous driving around Seb in such a way that it could encourage him to have incidents because he's not actually involved in the actual league. And he's racing for fun. So if there's an incident with Seb, which I know there won't be as a rule, but you don't want to get tangled up with somebody who's not earning points because you're wasting your time. So 12 laps, 19 minutes remaining. I think we're about time to go in for a set of inters again, maybe. I'm not driving as particularly fast as I should be able to. I'm going to get walked on here a bit, I think. So Seb's going to be on the best tyres. I think Damo potentially... Ooh. He's in the same situation as me. Triple, he's now with us. Looking gloomy and overcast. Seb needs to be as clean as he can possibly be with an overtake and try and get away and sprint for it, but I've got a feeling he's not just on mediums, he's... Don't know. Can't make that guess. Azza's got the fastest lap of 1:38.847. Seb's just got that inside line. Nemo just had a slide. I guess people have gone to take the softs off so that tactically they don't have to do 2 sets of tyres still. They only have to do the 1 set of tyres. I've run wide, that's not great. Got to leave Triple some room. Just starting to lose the grip now. The mediums were offering. I just wonder whether we should pit, take the softs next, because if it rains we don't have to change back to softs. There's big grey clouds coming, and with 15 minutes left, if we take softs now we can run mediums or change tyres. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pit this lap, I'm going to go and hit the softs for 4 laps. Then we're good to change back to mediums or whatever we need to do. Because we've all got to stop twice, I think. Or once more at least. I think that's what my option is. That's what we've got to do. Because we're limited on options, you see. Batman has left the room. I'm just going to take the fuel to do the 4 laps, I think. And then I'm buggered to take the rest. Or very quick laps before any rain turns up. I only took 4. I didn't see the 5 that you said. I'll give us 8 minutes, won't it, anyway, for the last set of mediums. I feel like there's rain coming. I'm feeling so stressed as it is anyway. It's felt really under pressure today. Right. What are we expecting then? We got 5 seconds back to Big Popper. He sort of stopped at the same time as us. Don't know what tyres he went to. I think he's on mediums. And then we've got to fuel up for how many laps? I think we're going to do possibly 6 laps on the last set. Looking at 8 minutes-ish. 7 minutes, so it's going to be like 5 laps of fuel. Take soft tyres again, we can do that, can't we? We can go softs again and take 6. Ooh, don't know how many laps. Last set of tyres might be rumpish. Maybe I should have taken 5 laps of fuel. Don't know. Yeah, soft tyres for the last stint makes perfect sense. Damo's gone to the pits. Don't know what he's doing tyre wise. $10 minutes seems a long time to make a set of softs last. I might be running a pit stop more than everybody else, I don't know. Could have made the mediums go even longer, I suppose. Do a 1-stop to mediate to softs, but I wasn't thinking that way. See you, fat man. Take care, my friend. Unlucky. Yeah, I think I've cut my nuts off, haven't I, with this one. I think I should have tried to stretch that intermediates an extra 3 or 4 laps. Probably should have run it to the end of the fuel tank. I don't know whether softs would have gone that long, though. Ooh, no. They're not that good, these softs. That's damage that we didn't want. We've got fuel and damage to take for the last stop. Chaos when it rains. Just got no idea in my brain just how much stuff you've got to compute. How much stuff I forgot. This was the last lap anyway, wasn't it? Bad day at the office. Only a minor brush, so it should be light damage. I want 6 laps maybe. 6 laps. 6 laps of fuel, yeah. I'm catching javs, but they might be mediums all the way. It's going to drop me down to Damo JB, I think. Maybe down to triple. Right, softs. 6 laps of fuel. And then repairs. Big Pop's going to be right in front of us, I think. There he is. Oh, triple's just run wide. I'm going to let him have that. That was unfair. I couldn't shout out because they can't hear me. And we're going to see who's going to stop and who isn't. I've got enough fuel. Potentially 4 laps, isn't it, to the end? Big Papa's good for the run to the end, we see that. Who calculated rain? Nobody. Nobody had considered rain. Nobody at all. We overcompensated in the first race. Seb's gone to the pits this time. And then I was too conservative on that set of inters. If we're going to really analyse what we did. I don't know if Triple needs to pit. I think he's done everything he needs to do. He would have seen me coming out of the pits there, wouldn't he? That inside curb just flicked me up. Good evening, Lee. Yeah, he's got the benefit of four-wheel drive here. Softs over mediums, I think that is. Softs over worn mediums. Big Popper's looking like he's pushing on JB, and JB looks like he's having a tremendous race. Gavs is in. Now I can over push these tyres if I really wanted to. This is how you do it, by blasting from 5 laps to go. Somebody's just come out the pits ahead of us. That's Javs, isn't it? He's on a set of softs for the run-in, so I'm not going to catch him. He could potentially hold up Big Popper though. and JB, that could be a good battle for the front. Why did that look like all three of them are there, aren't they? Look at it. Big Popper's on the softs. He's going to get the gain there. JB's not going to let me have any quarter here. Looks like 2 laps to go. Same situation as last race. I saw the purple just like you did. Fastest lap of the race could really help us, but it's not going to happen, is it? Seb's at 1:38.471. With a draft from JB. No, just outside. With a left front that's really looking quite sick. Sorry JB, come on. Well done Triple, thank you my friend. You didn't have to do that. JB closed the door on me, I just did his nudge, he took the narrower line. I think I pissed JB off with my comment about he doesn't have to race in the last race if he's short of time. And Triple saw the fact that I'd let JB back on his position, and Triple was gentlemanly enough to let me back. JB's on a set of dying tyres. He's let that run out for a long time to get that car going, doing what it needs to do. We're not going to catch the 2 in front. 1 lap to go. This is it. This is the last lap. They're 32 seconds ahead. It's a potential that they could actually put in an extra lap. They could get a victory lap in. Big Popper's on mediums, okay. So he took mediums to get it all the way to the end. Over 4 laps, 5 laps, whatever it was. The thing is though, Seb is not taking points, so if that fastest lap of mine is quick enough, close enough, that could be fastest lap point for us again. Triple's just running around to take 6th, which will be 5th. JB unfortunately in 7, as in 8. But I think props need to go to the front of the field. Seb with a convincing win, Damo 2nd. Big Popper looks like he's going to run in 3rd, which is a great result. Jav's in 4th. Technically 3rd, so it's podium for them 3. Overtaking is prohibited. Somebody had an incident. Yellow flags. There's yellow flags. Don't know who that is. Javs, Damo. Oh, Damo's just made it. There was an incident, a crash there at the last lap. Don't know what happened. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, Dorian. Appreciate your efforts. Thank you for keeping it together. That was hardcore, to say the least. Good effort though, JB, to try and make them tyres last. No, that's the problem, isn't it? You had to make that choice or not. I didn't know how long my wets went. When you say one stop, you went... Oh, superb. You didn't use wets at all? Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a bad effort, that. Sorry about the tap I gave you coming out of turn one. That wasn't intentional. But I think the real comedy in that bit was that Triple saw it and bump drafted me to get me back up to speed, which was epic. Yeah. So, great racing. Yeah. But you still make yourself awkward, which is brilliant. I think it's like... No, exactly. Not like you did first race. Let's paste these pictures. And then we'll look at... We'll do the rundown, get JB off to bed. Because he needs that. We had a couple of retirements. There we go. Both rear guys. Oh, okay. We'll talk about that when we get there. So then. So, Fat Man with the DNF, unfortunately. I don't know what happened there at all. Nando with a disconnect. His internet packed up. Mikey's wife pulled the cable out of his wheel, which meant to a disconnect. Like, obviously, she rolled over asleep on the sofa, pulled the cable accidentally, which means he lost control. He was then trying to plug his wheel back in as the car was recovering itself, pulled in front of somebody else and whacked him, which just all unfortunate stuff, but that's the problem with racing online. All these things happen. Heathen in 11th, we saw Heathen, I think it was behind us, coming out of turn 1, turn 2, hit the tyre wall on the left-hand side quite early on the race. That was unfortunate, but he did have to pit and take repairs. Chippy, again, didn't see anything of Chippy all race. Just seems to be that race in these races, but he finished with a 1:39.7, which is a decent lap in these conditions. Dutch in 9th, again, didn't see anything of Dutch all race, but a 1:12 behind the leader, so finished on the major lap, a 1:39.5. Az finished in 8th. I'm guessing Az did some sort of superb strategy like JB. So did you use wets at all? Okay. Okay. So Az used all the tyres, came off his wets too early, went on to the medium, spun coming out of the pits or a little bit after. The rain was dying anyway, but had to go back in for repairs, and that just set his race off to a bad result. Unlucky though, 8th place, front half of the grid, which is decent. A 1:38.8 is a good lap. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Az did have a decent lap, 1:38.8, which is a good turn. JB then, 7th place, did not use wets at all. Started on softs, ran on mediums, did a one-stop strat for the 40 minutes. That's absolutely awesome. Did see the impact of that, though, on the last 3 laps where he was really struggling to keep up the pace, but still a great effort in a front-wheel drive car. You can see that from the consistency of the lap time, a 1:48. Go on. Because he was running softs in the wets, yeah. So, hats off to Triple. Thank you very much for the bump draft, mate. I know you saw what was happening ahead of you, and that was a gentleman's move to give me a tap, so thank you very, very much. But 6th place is a decent result, a 1:39.3. Probably off the pace. The wet at the start probably didn't help. And then myself in 5th. What did we do? We went on full wets, the only person to use full wets. We came off after 6 laps onto mediums, did a 3-stop race, mediums again. No, we didn't. We went softs, then softs to finish. So we did a 3-stop, a 1:38.694, which will take the fastest lap of the race because Seb doesn't qualify, which is pretty good on those last set of tyres. That was well worn. Damo didn't get back to you at all. 4th place, which is technically 3rd, a 1:38.891. JB doesn't. It's Javs, isn't it? Again, raced well with Damo. There was some good racing there at the start. He seemed to hold back. Wasn't entirely sure about what my braking distance was, what his braking distance was in the wet, but a really good gentleman's race there at the start. No response from him. Excellent. Awesome, awesome. Javs in 3rd place, so technically 2nd. 27.7 behind the leader, and Seb is on a race of his own here. A 1:39.7 was hotly contested for the fastest of the fastest laps for Javs, a decent lap. Big Popper in 2nd place, a technical win for him, a 1:38.9, which is a fast lap. 26 seconds behind the leader, but Seb doesn't qualify because he's a guest in the race. So Bib Topper will take the points. Congratulations on the victory. Another win for this season. And then Seb, hats off to you as well. So excellent for a guest racer to put that car into the position it needed to win the race. He came past me twice at least, absolutely flying, and was taking care, I noted, to get around drivers and to make sure he didn't interfere with their races as well. So well done, Seb. Great to have you along. Thank you very much for filling in while people are away. It's appreciated. And hopefully we'll see more of you through next season, next year. But no, great win. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know that, Dorian. It's just, I could have, because it was raining, I could have turned off the requirement to force to use mediums and softs as a full requirement. However, turning them off would have changed the weather. So what we could have done is I could have said to people, don't force to use the tyres, I'll scrub the penalties. I could have said that at the start, and I thought about that while I was driving round. It's difficult when you've got a race already established, and then you go and set the settings again to turn off the tyre requirement, and it's just a programming issue with GT7. It's how they've coded it. If I had my way, I want to include rain, but I don't want to program the rain myself. I want it to be random. I don't want to have any advantage over anybody. So it would be ideal if we had race controllers who ran the service and did it for us. But I wouldn't then know what the weather was. I suppose going into next season, if there was 2 people out there that wanted to volunteer to run the races and organise it and enjoy it and be there and do the thing, we could probably have some level of randomness and not have me control that randomness. I don't want to be the one that knows what it is, have the advantage, etc. So that's where we are with that. But that's the end of another brilliant round. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for taking part. Now, does anybody know what Friday's race is? Yeah, good guess, good guess. Good guess. I'm going to go to my photographs. Let me see.
Monza in it.
It could be Monza. That's a good shout. It could be Monza. Let's put it up on screen for everybody. There it is, top right hand corner. It's Monza, Friday the 6th of December. Oh my lordy. Yeah. Everybody's sensible. Everybody is quite capable. Load. There is that. What country are we going to? Italy. Italy. Can't see it. There it is. Monza. Reverse. People are listening. There's the settings for race 1. Good race, Big Popple. Congratulations on the win, my friend. Ah. Yeah, so Damo did say there, both rear tyres gave up on the penultimate corner, spun and could not get back. Oh, there was almost an extra place for me there then. That's a shame.
I was just second behind. Well,
Yeah. So you actually had the win over Big Popper. Oh. Good night, my friend. Yeah, it was Big Popper, yeah. Unlucky. Yeah. So that was a late finish, that one. That was 11:20. That's... Good night, JB. Good racing, mate. Adios. So with adding everything in, it does make the event that little bit longer. We've got maybe... We used to have 2 to 3 minutes between each race. And we didn't have between each race. We had one qualifying and one race, didn't we? Now we've probably got 15 to 20 minutes of admin and getting things set up. We also had the restart. That's going to push everything back. If we probably don't have the European races that we did have because of the time situation, this would be 20 past midnight. So we just have to be a little bit more, what's the word, cute with how we get these timings gone, and try to be more punctual. I'm not going to say that because there's a person here who really struggles to get in, but I want him to be here, so I'm going to make it wait. I'm going to make the races work around him, because big contributor to the channel in more ways than one, and he enjoys racing, and I want to keep him racing because, you know, we all enjoy it. But if JB didn't quite put so much effort into work and was more concerned with, you know, playing rather than having fun than working, we'd be all right, wouldn't we? But you can't kick JB for wanting to work and be there on time, etc. He wants to walk the dogs, etc., and do all that lot as well. So I appreciate we all have lives. So. Right, let's go and put some laps in and do some warm up for next week. Let's see what this thing's like for a bit of lappage, and then we can chat about whatever you want until midnight-ish. I need to talk to you guys about what's happening over the next 2.5 weeks. So, big do's and little do's. This coming Saturday is my wife's work's Christmas party. Can't get out of it. Try to get, because I'm driving her, basically. So, Saturday night is a no-go, but I'm going to do an extra night. We'll probably do Monday night by way of a bit of a catch-up. Tomorrow night we're going to do the time trial and missed Sunday. So we need to put a time in on that time trial, don't we, to the S2001. I think it might... Is it the end of the Nürburgring? No, I think the Nürburgring is another week as well, isn't it? Like the S2000. Say again. One of you, what was that? Somebody said something about Porsche. Am I? Okay. I'm not too arsed. Not too bothered, to be honest. I hate that car. It's a horrible thing. Oh my lordy. Okay, so we've got a little bit further to go on the Nürburgring. We'll no longer be top 500, I don't think, which is... We can put some time into that, I think. I think we've got to try again at the Red Bull Ring, haven't we, before Thursday? That'll be tomorrow night. We'll do Red Bull Ring and the other one, the S2001, tomorrow night. And if we can get them both gold, we'll go Nürburgring to finish. And then we're getting another one on Thursday. But I believe the launch dates for both certain aspects of the game are being launched at the World Champs next weekend. So we're going to get the demo for the 30th anniversary a week on Monday after the event, and we're also going to get the launch of Hyundai cars, the Ioniq 5. That'll be launched at the event, the World Champs in Amsterdam. So that's all going to be announced and unveiled there, so we'll get them relatively shortly. But then the Ioniq 5 we're not going to get till the January update, which I'm guessing will be between Christmas and New Year, or the end of January. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to word that and how they're going to phrase it, but it definitely said January update on the PSN page or the PlayStation page. I've elected not to go to my work's Christmas do the following Saturday, so I won't affect the stream on Saturday. I think it's Saturday the 14th. And then we're into Christmas week, the last week before I go on holiday. And for not trying to knacker myself out, I'd like to try and do some streams in that week, most evenings. So if anybody wants to join us, we'll do some off season. Well, we're going to finish the season, aren't we? Tuesday, then Wednesday and Thursday night will be my last two streams. So we'll do some open lobby racing. Oh, there won't be rain here, will there? We'll do some open lobby racing, and we'll have a good go at having a bit of fun before the Christmas breakup. My last night will be Thursday the 19th. I'm driving down to London on Friday the 20th, so we won't be streaming the Friday night. That's why we've not got the league race for the GR3s. And we'll do the big announcement of who the winners are for... Well, we'll know, won't we? We'll know Friday. And then on the Wednesday we'll have the results through for the GR4s. 10 laps of fuel. Yeah, that looks right. Don't know if tyres will do 10 laps. "20-minute race. Do you think we're going to need fuel?" On the hards should go all right, but I think we're going to need fuel. Yeah, I'm just looking at fuel thinking, Mikey's faster than me. Jeez. Good on you, Mikey. Mediums. Ah, you're on softs, okay. Fuel safe for 1 lap. Fuel save for 1 lap. Yeah, okay. Tell me more, Lee. Tell me more. The Ioniq 5 isn't being launched until... Ioniq 5 isn't being launched until January, so it's... If it's a prize for anything, they're not going to get it till January. Yeah, they are using it in the weekend, yeah. You know, they have a different version of the game for the live stream events for the World Champs and stuff. It's a very different version of the game. It has different interfaces. It's an entirely standalone, different version. Yeah. 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 Is there new physics again? Oh, way back at the last World Champs. Yeah, 1.49, yeah. Yeah, because update 1.49 came out part way through a manufacturer's, didn't it? So it changed. Yeah. Yeah, they did, yes, you're quite right. So Micah was just saying the physics they were using in the version of the game were launched way before we got it. Which is true, yeah. So it could be that they are using the Ionic 5 maybe at the Nürburgring, I don't know. I haven't seen any of that confirmed, but Lee's suspicion is that the mystery prize at Saturday event is the new Hyundai, which is cool. If it's got gears and it drives like it should, it'll be decent. .6. We're on lap 5, so that'll be 10.6. Yeah, we should be just right for fuel, wouldn't it? We're just going to save that. I think the mediums are going to be good for 10 laps as well. I'm not majorly slamming the tyres, but looking at the worst tyre, the left-hand side, I think at 5 laps they're going to do 10. How many laps are you on? Okay, okay. Right. Well, qualifying's going to be a challenge here. It's going to be a big out lap. Well, technically, if you run 2 laps to burn fuel, then you come in for 6 laps, come in for lap 3, at the end of lap 2, go do your out lap, you'll get 2 hot laps. 2 hot laps attempts before the 10 minutes is up. So, you've just got to burn fuel with your first set of tyres really for 2 laps. An out lap and an in lap, change tyres, that'll take you to the 5-minute mark. Then an out lap again, that'll take you to the 6-minute mark, and then you got 2 laps, maybe a third, on less fuel. No grip. Brake too late. Is it all about the speed down the straight? What tyres you on, Mikey? Yeah. Can't stop. Trying to drive it too hard. I'm braking 50 yards after I should be. Need to brake on the 150 there. I'm used to driving the Porsche down here. Nobody's in the Porsche this season, are they? Nobody's driving it. Not a single person. The Porsche. Yeah. Yeah, but nobody's actually in the Porsche. That's decent. Have you seen enough, Dorian? Or do you need more precision? Because I'm ready to take a set of softs. Seen enough? Excelente. Mikey's just thrown it off by the looks of it, has he? Was he penaltied? You mean the Lesmo? Yeah, Degner's at Suzuka. I do the same thing, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. One of my favourite circuits, this. Whether I can be fast here, I don't know. But it's one of my favourite circuits. It never gets boring, this one. The penalties do me head in sometimes. When cutting it fine. The break at 75. Improving. You're still on the auto, Mikey. Yeah. Very good. What about visual aids? Are you using the braking marker still? Good, good, good. Yeah. Az has just nipped above Mikey. I think I've just lost that 0.275 there. That moment's hesitation was enough to screw up the speed. Damo's just popped it in above us. Just a touch. You can do 3 laps and change tyres and do another 3. Okay. Okay. So it's an out lap, fast lap, in lap, out lap, fast lap, fast lap. Yeah. Oh, I knew I'd cut that tyre. Who be that? Where Yeah, I was texting and driving. Just in reference to what you're discussing, Matthew, what lap are you talking about? Lap 11, okay. Yes, I watched that happen in my mirrors. That was coming down to the chicane, wasn't it? Yeah. Emotions took over. Yeah. Yeah, I get it, mate. I get it. Yeah. Whilst I haven't seen it, and whilst I don't want to discuss incidents openly, I think there's a little bit of thing that there's always that racer rage, isn't there? When you're racing and you've got things ahead of you and happening in front of you, sometimes the brain doesn't take over. Sometimes the drive to win takes over, and you think, I'm getting a real good run here. I'm getting too good a run here. I'm getting a good run here, and it's happened to me on occasion. You know, But I was trying to discuss that facet of how we include guest racers in races, and it's incredibly challenging for somebody to join a race, be part of a league setup, and not influence the race. It's incredibly difficult. You know, And I think he did that. I think there was some of that happening in the later part of the race. I think there was a realisation that that was actually part of the problem. I did see that. But no criticism. I need to look, need to see, need to understand. I wasn't looking at the time actually. My phone buzzed. I was looking at other things. I think I went round the outside of Damo on that corner. I think I did an outside overtake into that chicane just before that happened. I got out the way. There was still wet track, wasn't there? There was definitely... Or was it the first dry session? Yeah, okay. Right. That was an absolutely useless little session at trying to run the fastest lap. I've just wrecked every lap. I'm going to go in and do it again, take a new set of tyres and have a go at that. Azza's put in a faster lap, quarter of a second faster. That's looking a bit like my optimal, I think. Let's have a look at what my optimal is. 49.250. Yeah, I'm a little... Yeah, as is 49.150, isn't he, his time? Something like that. $49.2, yeah. My optimal's 49.2, so... But I've seen it. I've seen the... I've seen my purple time being 0.25 quicker. Right. Draft would help, wouldn't it? I think somebody said the draft here is quite good. You'll get super duper time increase if you get a draft in. People do make wrong decisions. Mikey's still banging any of these laps. Right. Let's see if we can put in a good one. I can brake a little bit later than that. Batman's on track. Chippy's on track. I'm well slow. What's going on here then? I felt really good. Oh, dropped into the 48.947s on the optimal. Batman's gone to the Widow. Trying to talk. Batman's gone to the Hamilton and Max parking spot. The Lewis and Max parking spot. I don't know who that is ahead. Is that Big Papa? I'll struggle to get his draft from here, I think. I was 0.6 down again. So I guess we're going to the pits to get fuel. Eight minutes. Come on, we can do 3 laps, definitely. Was it? Yeah, it could have been. Dual livery grey. Ah. That's what it could have been. Somebody's coming. I'm going to let them go. Oh, it's a popper. Would be perfect positioning for toll. I'm absolutely convinced the next 2 weeks are going to absolutely fly by. They are going to absolutely tumble past. And then we're end of 2024. It's done. So I've got this theory as to why years go faster when you get older. When I was 10, thinking about going to senior school, I was thinking it's going to take an absolute age for me to leave school and go and find a job. It's going to be absolute age. It's going to feel like forever. I don't need to worry about thinking about a career or anything like that. I don't need to. Because, in fact, it was 100% of my life, wasn't it, the next 6 or 7 years. That was actually 100% of what I've lived. It's going to feel like a lifetime. Now, if I thought about the next year, that was like going to be 12% of my life. And 12% of your life is one hell of a lot. I've just turned 50. I turned 50 last year. And when I was thinking about how long the next year takes, it's actually 2% of your life. A year is 2%. That's why it rattles past quite so quickly. It's 2%. If you're thinking about how long a year lasts, it's like it just gets shorter every time. In terms of what you think of, what you can remember, how you can put it into a box, how you compartmentalise all your memories, it goes so quickly because it is just less and less of what your experience is. What your brain knows, what your brain remembers, that kind of thing. So don't wish your life away, folks, because it's going to go quickly anyway. That's right. No, I know that. I know. Goes even faster when you have kids, I bet it does. See them growing up as well. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Just how fast that's gone past. Oh, Christ alive, yeah. Big Papa gave the slowdown for me to get the tow, but it wasn't enough. Big Papa goes to the... It has though, hasn't it? It's flown past. At the time when you don't really want it to as well. Yeah, it's grotty. Big Papa set a decent time to chase there, 1:48.942. My optimal is 9:47. .49.5, that's my best. I'm always 0.6 of a second down here. Wish I had Big Papa for a draft here now. So 48.877 improved that middle sector just a smidge. Can I cut more in the second chicane? On the exit? No. I think it does cut. I think it gives you a penalty, doesn't it? I think it does. I got a second earlier from cutting it. I just improved my last segment by 0.432. Holy chipotle. On the exit. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can do it. We're on a dead lap anyway, so... Two seconds, exactly as the guys said. Try and cut that anymore, it's done for gibbers. But I took 1/4 of a second out of the first segment. So that's interesting. All we've got to do is hone a perfect lap, haven't we? 48.791. Yeah. And that just rounds us out to a brilliant end, to a very interesting, very combative gr4 event. Yeah, it's nice to try and know exactly. You did all right there, mate. I heard you talking, saying, I don't know what it is, folks, but some reason I'm in 4th place. Yeah, it was a good effort, Mikey. Press the wrong button. And there we have it, folks. That is the end. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And I don't think it was a bad result. It was a bad result in the first race. The rain really messed us up. But as it is, there were some good victories, some good efforts by some people, some disasters. But it's all going to wash out in the old positions. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. And we'll do time trial.